Good morning. Good morning sa ating mga kababayan, sa mga OFW. Magandang araw, magandang hapon, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Sana ay nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Alam niyo po mga kababayan, mga OFW, ako talaga ay namangha sa pagmamahal, suporta na pinapakita ng mga OFW kay dating Pangulong Duterte, kay Tatay Digong. Lalo na nang siya ay hinuli at dinala sa ICC. Doon po sa dahig, kitang-kita natin na ang mga OFW sa Europe, sa iba't ibang bansa ay nag-i-effort para ipakita, ipadama kay Tatay Digong ang kanilang suporta. Nag-i-effort ang mga OFW para ipakita, ipadama kay Tatay Digong na siya ay mahal na mga OFW. Ako nagtataka kung bakit gano'n na lang ang pagmamahal at suporta, pag-alala ng mga OFW kay Tatay Digong. Napaisip talaga ako kung bakit gumagastos, nagpupuyat, nagpapagod, bumibiyahe na pagkalayo-layo, galing sa iba't ibang bansa, pupunta lang ng dahig para ipakita ang pagmamahal kay Tatay Digong. Ngayon ko lang nalaman, although alam ko na yung 10 years passport validity. Okay? Pero doon sa ibang mga benefits na ginawa nung panahon ni Tatay Digong para sa mga OFW, ngayon ko lang nalaman na bukod sa 10 years passport validity, ay meron pa pala mga benefits ang gobyerno na ginawa para sa mga OFW nung panahon ni Tatay Digong. Okay? Ito po ilan lang ito sa mga benepisyo ng mga OFW na naipatupad noong panahon ni dating Pangulong Duterte. Una, ito pong passport, 10 years passport validity, ito po ay naging batas noong 2017. Ang author pala nito, ang nagpanukala pala nito ay si Senator Cynthia Villar. Okay? Senator Cynthia Villar. Okay? Siya naman naging batas noong 2017 at inaprubahan ni dating Pangulong Duterte. Base po dito sa aking pagsusuri ito. Okay? Naging batas po siya noong 2017. Ito The Department of Foreign Affairs, DFA, began issuing 10 years validity passport on January 3, 2018 to Filipinos 18 years old and above, while those under 18 still receive 5 years passport, according to the Philippine News Agency. The change was implemented after Republic Act 10928, which extended passport validity to 10 years, was passed and signed by President Rodrigo Duterte on August 2, 2017. So, 2017, naibatas na po itong 10 years passport validity. Napakaganda po ng batas na yan sapagkat napakalaking tulong sa ating mga kababayan na OFW, siyempre nga naman, 10 years validity. Okay? Malaking tulong yan sapagkat abala ang pagpa-renew ng passport. Okay? Biruin nyo, kung may trabaho ka sa ibang bansa, uuwi ka lang sa Pilipinas para lang mag-renew ng passport mo. Noong bago maging batas itong 10 years validity. So 5 years. Yan, naging 10 years. So napakalaking ginhawa para sa mga OFW. Okay? Nakatipid sila sa pamasahe. Nakatipid sa yung pagod. Okay? Yung abala, pati yung kanilang trabaho, mas tuloy-tuloy. Dahil sa 10 years passport validity naging batas noong panahon ni Tatay Digong noong 2017. So ibig sabihin 1 year after nang umupo si Tatay Digong, meron na agad siyang nagawang programa para sa mga OFW. Okay? Kaya sa mga OFW, ay pasalamat dapat kayo kay Senator Cynthia Villar, kay Tatay Digong dahil sa 10 years passport validity. Okay. After ng 10 years passport validity, okay, ano pa ba ang mga benepisyo na ipatupad noong panahon ni Tatay Digong para sa mga OFW? Okay? Ito pala, nakalimutan ko Noong 2018 pala, naalala ko, naglungsad ng programa ang Department of Foreign Affairs and DFA sa pangunguna ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano dahil ng time na yan siya ang DFA Secretary. Base po dito Noong January 15, 2018, the Department of Foreign Affairs released the first batch of passport validity 10 years validity. So yan po January 15, 2018. Okay? Ngayon, nung panahon din na yon, mga kababayan, nagkaroon din po ng programa ang DFA sa pangunguna pa rin ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, yung passport on wheel. Ibig sabihin, passport on wheel, meron silang parang mobile office na pumupunta kung saan lugar para ilapit sa mga tao, sa mga Pilipino, ang pagkuha. Ilapit sa mga Pilipino ang serbisyo para mapagaan, mapadali ang pagkuha ng passport, ang pag-renew ng passport. Kasi di ba noon, pupunta ka lang sa DFA para mag-renew ng passport, para kumuha ng passport. Pero nung time na yon, ang ginawa ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano bilang DFA Secretary, naglungsad po siya ng programa na mobile passport on wheel. Ngayon yata wala na yan Wala na ngayon yan Panahon ni BBM, wala na yata yung ganyang serbisyo para sa mga OFW. Parang hindi ko na narinig ngayon, panahon ni BBM. So ganun po noon. May mga programa ang gobyerno noon para sa mga OFW. Okay? Then, ano pa ba? Na mga programa. Ito. Ito po, galing naman ito sa PNA. Ito po ay galing sa page ng PNA, Philippine News Agency. Sabi dito successful welfare programs probe. Okay, ulitin ko successful welfare programs probe PRRD Fathers of OFW. OWA, yan po ang kanyang title. Ngayon, ano ba ang mga programa dito na sinasabi para sa mga OFW? Okay, o sabi, the number of government programs that were implemented to ensure the well-being of overseas Filipino workers prove that President Rodrigo Roa Duterte is the father of migrant workers. The Overseas Workers Welfare Administration OWA said on Friday. Okay? There is no doubt President Rodrigo Roa Duterte is the Overseas Filipino Workers President, the father of OFW. He is the president who really gave a comprehensive directive to help protect our OFW. OWA chief has Hans Leo Kakdak said in alleging laging handa briefing. Among these are the establishment of the first OFW hospital in the country, the OFW Bank, and the creation of Department of Migrant Workers. Wow! Meron bukod dun sa 10 years passport validity, tapos yung passport on wheel, then ang ano pa ba? Yung OFW Hospital, Bank o OFW Bank. Okay? Ano pa ba? Of course, there are also OWA programs. I am proud to say that our direct payments beneficiary have increased 200 to 250%. There is our OWA programs, that is in livelihood, scholarship, medical calamity assistance, death and disability, and other OWA programs are 200 to 250 increase as compared to the previous administration, and receive the money right into their hands from OWA, Kakdak said. So, yun pa sabi pa dito, bukod sa nabanggit ko kanina, meron pa dito. Ano pa ba? Sinasabi dito ng mga benepisyo para sa mga OFW. Okay? Ito, nabanggit. Livelihood, scholarship, medical, calamity assistance, and death and disability, and other OWA programs. Wow! Di ba ang dami? Maraming benepisyo ang mga OFW na binigay ng gobyerno na ipatupad noong panahon ni Tatay Digong. Ano pa ba? Ito po base po ito sa page. Galing po ito sa PNA. Okay? Binabasa ko lang. Ano pa ba? Our ano ba ito? Nakalimutan ko. Nawala. He added that scholarship of OFW dependent were strengthened under the Duterte administration. Wow! Scholarship for OFW dependents under the Duterte administration. Our scholarship that were extended during the time of President Duterte in partnership with CHED, Commission on Higher Education, increase our new OWA scholarship by 100% due to programs inaugurated by the President and Labor Secretary Sylvester Bilyo III. Galing, ha? Ano pa? Basahin natin para malaman natin lahat kung ano itong mga benepisyo ng para sa mga OFW na naipatupad noong panahon ni Tatay Digong. Okay? The Duterte administration and ano ba ito? Na wala. Okay. Dito na lang sa baba, nawala yung nahanap ko eh. We provide food assistance, quarantine assistance, and transport assistance during COVID-19 in our programs, continues providing assistance to those affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. We also provide cash assistance to distressed returning OFW returning, Kakdak said. Under Duterte's term, he also said the Philippines assigned labor accords with host countries such as Kuwait, Israel, and Germany. Okay, ito pa. And then, of course, our Asian Consensus Comprehensive Agreement and the ASEAN Summit hosted by President Rodrigo Duterte in 2017 and ASEAN Consensus on the protection of migrant workers across Southeast Asia, he said. Kakdak also reported that the beneficiaries of the agency welfare service have also increased by at least 30%. Okay? That means we have served more OFW on an annual average. We help about 120,000 OFW a year on site. There is no question that the Duterte administration, a very important foundation, has been built in terms of extending programs. He added, wow, kaya pala ganun kamahal ng mga OFW ang dating Pangulo dahil sila po ay hindi pinabayaan ng dating Pangulo. Kaya naman. Ito pa nakalagay ito po ay bago bumaba ang Pangulong Duterte noong 2022. Ito binabasa ko lang galing po ito sa report ng PNA. PRRD kept his promise to make OFW lives better. Okay, yan po sabi ni Bilyo, Secretary Bilyo. Ito po ay May 12, 2022. Ito po ay published May 12, 2022. Babasahin natin para alam natin itong mga programa ng dating Pangulo para sa mga OFW. Okay? As the Duterte administration will soon to be bidding goodbye, the Department of Labor and Employment duly is certain that the government has kept its promise to overseas Filipino workers to provide them with a better life. Duly Secretary Sylvester Bilyo III admitted that he is one with President Rodrigo Roa Duterte in giving the Filipino people safe and bright future. Okay? President Rodrigo Roa Duterte recognized the sacrifice of our OFW just to provide a better future for the families as our modern day heroes. The department made sure that they are one of our top priorities by ensuring protection and promotion of their rights and welfare, Bilo said in his report on Tuesday at Duterte Legacy Summit at the Philippine International Convention Center or PICC. We, in Department of Labor and Employment, are committed to create an environment that will generate decent work for Filipino here and the country so that working abroad is matter of choice, not necessity, he added. So ganun pala noon ka active ang Duterte administration pagdating sa pagprotekta, pag-alaga sa mga ating kababayan na mga OFW. Okay? Sabi pa, the Duterte administration continues to implement strong measures against illegal recruitment through proper documentation, education, and advocacy and investigation, well as prosecution of hearing requirements agencies. It has served over 140,000 OFW who were provided with legal assistance, and in result in the conviction of 40 illegal recruiters. Okay, ito pa. Protection to ensure that their rights are protected and their welfare promoted among the host country where the Philippines has an existing BLA or bilateral labor agreement are located in Asia, Europe, and in the Middle East. These are Canada, Japan, China, Kuwait, Jordan, Israel, Korea, and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Taiwan, New Zealand, Germany, Switzerland, Lebanon, Libya, among others. Iba pa, hanap pa tayo, baka meron pa dito mga programa naman, ibang programa ng mga gobyerno para sa OFW. Okay, ito ha. Ito may nakita ako. Ano ba ito? DMW? DMW, ano ba ito? Ibig sabihin ng DMW? Department of Migrant Workers. Yung pala ibig sabihin ng DMW. Department of Migrant Workers. So ngayon ko lang ito nalaman palibasa kasi hindi ako nag-abroad, hindi ako nag-OFW, kaya hindi ko ito alam. So dahil po tayo ay nag-search, dahil tayo po ay nagtataka kung bakit ganun kamahal na mga OFW sa Tatay Digong, kaya tayo po ay nagsuri, kaya nalaman po natin ito na ganito pala ang mga programa noon ng dating Pangulo para sa mga OFW. Okay, o ito sabi dito. What is Department of Migrant Workers? Sabi, the Department of Migrant Workers, DMW, is the executive department of the Philippine government, tasked to protect the rights and promote the welfare of overseas Filipino workers, OFW, The department was created by the virtue of the Department of Migrant Workers Act or Republic Act number 1146 11641. Naulit ko, Republic Act number 11641, which was signed by the President Rodrigo Roa Duterte on December 30, 2021. Bago lang pala ito, bago bumaba. Isang taon bago bumaba si Tatay Digong. Naprobahan niyang batas na ito, Republic Act 11641, Department of Migrant Workers. The Department of Migrant Workers Act o RA 11641 took effect on February 3, 2022. So, naging epektibo siya noong January 3, 2022. Okay? Ilang buwan? 5 months bago, o 6 months bago bumaba si Tatay Digong sa pwesto. Kasi diba bumaba siya sa pwesto June 30, 2022. Okay? O, ayan. Wherein the BMW was created, established, and constituted. It now assumes and performs all the powers and functions of 7 merged agencies, namely the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration o POEA, the Office of the Undersecretary for Migrant Workers Affairs o UMWE of the DFA, the International Labor Affairs o Bureau o ILAB, and all Philippine Overseas Labor Office o POLO under DOLI, the National Maritime Polytechnic, okay, o NMP, the National Reintegration Center for OFW, NRC, under the OWA and the Office of the Social Welfare Attache, OSWA, under the DSWD. Wow. Okay. The DNW is mandated to facilitate the overseas employment and reintegration of Filipino workers while taking into consideration the national development programs of the National Economic and Development Authority. It is also tasked to promote the empowerment and protection of OFW through continuous training and knowledge development. Wow! Ano pa ba? Ano pa ba ang mga programa ng dating Pangulong Duterte para sa OFW? Ito naman, UWA member. Ano ba ito? Ito. Okay. Ito naman, tungkol naman ito sa OFW Hospital. Ito basahin ko ang title. OFW Hospital free for OFW and OFW dependents. Okay. Ano ba? Basahin natin para malaman natin ito. Yung mga programa ng dating Pangulo para sa OFW. Okay. Sabi. The OFW was built to provide medical care to the Filipino migrant workers and OFW dependents. So ibig sabihin, itong OFW Hospital ay kinreate hindi lamang para sa mga OFW, pati din sa kanilang mga dependents. Okay? Sabi, ulitin ko. The OFW Hospital was built to provide medical care to Filipino migrant workers and OFW dependents It provides quality and healthcare to overseas Filipino workers and their families who often cannot afford to pay for private medical care. The hospital offers a wide range of services, including outpatient care, inpatient care, and emergency care and surgery. Okay? The opening of the Overseas Filipino Workers Hospital is in San Fernando, Pampanga, has been approved by the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE in 2022. The OFW hospital began operating as an polyclinic in partial on May 2, began its full operation in June 2022. Bago bumaba si Tatay Digong. Okay? Thousands of current and former OFW as well as their families would greatly benefit from the services offered by the OFW hospital, which was built by the Duterte administration to assist our modern day heroes. Wow! OFW! Mga OFW, kaya pala ganun ninyo kamahal si Tatay Digong. Sa panahon niya lang na tupad nangyari itong mga programa para sa inyo. Kaya pala. Ngayon ko lang nalaman. Kasi nagtataka ako bakit yung mga OFW pa Hong Kong, kaya siyang bansa, nalungkot sila, nasaktan sila sa nangyari kay Tatay Digong nung siya ay inaresto, dinala sa The Hague. Dahil pala sa mga kay Tatay Digong lang nila naramdaman ang tunay na pagmamahal, pag-aalaga at pagbigay ng maayos na serbisyo para sa kanila.